So I guess the word / question is how? How exactly do you make a sequel to one of the most groundbreaking sci-fi action movies of the 90s? How do you make it feel fresh? How do you indeed bring back that nostalgia, those memories of that epic movie from 20 years ago? Yeah, turns out it's not that easy.
We never had a chance.
We didn't last time either. We convinced an entire generation that this is a battle that we could win. We sacrifice for each other no matter what the cost. And that's worth fighting for.
It's the 4th of July, so let's show them some fireworks. Hold on!
They'd like to get the landmarks.
So Independence Day 2 takes place 20 years after the original movie. In both real time and in movie time, mankind has thrived and it's living in almost quasi-utopia where everything's perfect, their defense is at its best, technology is advanced beyond imagination. Mankind is generally doing good. This is because of the knowledge that they've gained from the alien technology of 20 years ago. So of course, you know, things have to go wrong. Things are just too pretty, clean and perfect. And as the title says, we had 20 years to prepare. So did they. For me at least, the original Independence Day was always about two things. That trio of great characters. How likable they were, how memorable they are, their lines, the interactions they had with each other. And of course, let's not forget the big set pieces. So this movie set the bar pretty high. And these are the two things that it's definitely going to be, you know, evaluated on by both myself and by movie fans. So let's address those. If you haven't seen the trailers, minor spoiler, Will Smith's character, Captain Hillard, is dead. There's no Will Smith in this movie. If you didn't already know, now you know. Bill Pullman's character, he's still around, but he's old and slightly cuckoo after his run-in with the aliens in the last movie. Jeff Goldblum, who was arguably the standout of the last movie, his character David Levinson has seemingly been rewarded for all of his brains and hard effort and basically saving the world, and is now Secretary of Defense in the new White House under the new president's reign. So, yeah, it's good. The old characters, you know, they're still there. They feature prominently throughout the movie. Well, minus Will Smith's character, of course. Somehow, though, the movie says, you know what? Let's put them aside and focus on the new characters. This is a movie for a new generation. So let's focus on the new characters. Will Smith's son, played by Jesse T. Usher, is a national hero living off of his father's memory and is basically part of this elite fighter group. Remember that little girl from the first movie? She's all grown up now. Maika Monroe plays the president's daughter. Now, she's got an interesting story because whereby at one stage she was a fighter pilot, we're told, along with Jesse T. Usher's Will Smith's son. They're all together doing their fighting thing, and then we find out that she grounds herself, much like her father did, and much like her father goes from being a fighter pilot to being in the White House. But we find out this is for reasons so she can be close to her heartthrob husband, Liam Hemsworth. And so we come to Liam Hemsworth's character, and Liam Hemsworth plays a pilot who is... Okay, so the pilot is basically Liam Hemsworth. He plays Liam Hemsworth. He plays himself. The character he plays in this movie is the same character as he played in the Hunger Games movie. No difference. I mean, the main problem with these characters is that none of them are particularly bad in it. You know, Liam Hemsworth, though he plays himself, is still very likable. There's no bad acting going on. It's just that, again, like I've already mentioned, the bar is set very high. The three characters who they are essentially replacing are on another level of likability to these guys. Bottom line is, you just don't care about these characters. And for every moment that they're on screen, you are very, very aware that you are not watching Bill Pullman, Jeff Goldblum, and Will Smith. You know, the movie does its best to integrate them. They're all directly related in some way or another to the old characters. So, you know, you've got the old characters, they're interacting with the new ones, and that's clearly the movie trying to say, hey, please accept our new characters. These are going to be your new heroes. But they're just watered down versions of the originals. I mean, the amount of times that they referred to Jesse T. Usher as Captain Hillard, no. That is not Captain Hillard. So, strike one. The characters, the new ones, they pale in comparison to the old ones, which is unfortunate. So what about the action? It's good. It's real good. It's good popcorn fun action. The movie though suffers from a serious case of make it bigger. No. Bigger. Bigger! Everything from the guns to the scale of the destruction to the size of the aliens' guns to the number of the aliens attacking. Everything is big. Real big in this movie. Sadly though, that doesn't result in this movie being better or, to be honest, even as good as its predecessor when it comes to action. You remember when I was saying just a few minutes ago how mankind had evolved and got to this new peak of technological advancement due to the alien technology that it gained 20 years ago? That's kind of the problem with this movie. The stakes just don't feel high. You've got these hordes of aliens charging and the humans just say, dead, dead, oh, you're dead. And you just think, really? This just feels very, very easy. The first movie was so great because it was a case of being outgunned, outnumbered, and against all odds, this small group of people gathered together and kicked some serious ET butt. And on just too many occasions in this movie, there are scenes where you just feel that the humans, yeah, they can hold their own against the aliens. This isn't an invasion. It's a war, it's a battle, but it's very balanced who could win this. There's not like, oh god, the alien ships are bigger, yeah, but hey, we got big guns now, boys. As a result, the aliens go from basically being not seen so much and until towards the end like they were in the last movie. In this movie, they're up front center, you know, it's not so much about these ominous, blank, black, huge ships taking over. They're there, but the aliens feature very strongly. This is much more of an alien movie as opposed to a destruction movie like the last one. And the aliens have gone from being basically, you know, ominous and yeah, they could actually wipe out humanity to your cannon fodder. Bang, bang, bang. Dead. Go. Gone. Next. Even in the good scenes. And there are a lot of good, fun popcorn scenes, like I said in this movie. Those scenes that you got like in the old movie of the White House being destroyed, of the Empire State being destroyed, of those dog fights. Eagle 1. Fox 3. Nothing like that. That type of excitement does not exist in this movie. Yet they try and put a different spin on this movie instead of making it a copy and paste. They throw some new ideas in there, like some humans, which the humans they pick make sense, but some of the humans have this like telepathic connection with some of the aliens. And yeah, it's a fresh idea, but you're just feeling like it falls flat. It just doesn't work. Minor spoiler, this is not the last we've seen of Independence Day. Movie fans, say hello to your new summer franchise. This one is going to be around a while as the movie sets up. In conclusion, you may be thinking that I hated this movie and I'm going to give it, you know, a really, really low score. Nothing could be further from the truth, guys. It's a good, fun, popcorn sci-fi action movie and it's got some really good, fun, memorable scenes in it. Now, bear this in mind. I'm going to give you my score now. I'm giving it 5.5 out of 10. You know, you guys know me now. I don't give super high scores. I'm not saying, oh, I loved it, 10. No, I do look for problems. And this movie had its problems, but I'll say again, it was fun. The problem is, it's called Independence Day 2. And that title comes with a lot of baggage. When you're the sequel to one of the most unforgettable, genre-defining, standout movies of the 90s, you have, as I've said multiple times throughout this review, set the bar very, very, very high for yourself. And sadly, this movie doesn't even manage to touch that bar. Believe me guys, if this movie was not called Independence Day 2 and it was just insert generic alien invasion name, pick whatever name you want, I'm not here to pick names, but if it was another fun summer sci-fi blockbuster movie, my score would have been higher. But sadly, while a lot of fun, it's a movie I only need to see once. Independence Day is basically a victim of its own greatness. And by that I mean of the greatness that came from the predecessor. It's not bad. It's forgettable though. Give it 2 days, you won't remember it. So over to you guys. Have you seen Independence Day 2 and what did you think about it? And if you haven't seen it, are you planning on seeing on it? And what's your favorite action movie of the 90s? That one I really want to hear. So leave the comments below. Please guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button because we do need our subscribers to keep making you all of this great content. We bring you high impact silver screen movie entertainment Monday through Saturday every single week. Let us know what you want. If there's a topic you want me and AJ to cover, we're gonna cover it. But until next time, I am Nico Luro from the Silver Screen Dudes. Eagle 1, Fox 3.